The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Kuching City have the chance to go the other way. He's in one-on-one. Shapes to shoot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Good play though. I love the way he was able to time his run like that. It's great skill to get it through one-on-one.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Doué. A header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Doué! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Rafael Leao. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that.
Chance! Well, now that's another chance! Goal! Portugal! The first significant strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out.
Takes a shot! Oh, good finish! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Plays the return pass. Bellingham, very much the man of the moment. Some really good ball movement. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. Engages and forces him off the ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Guardiola. And they can counter here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Gently done. Neymar. Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kimmich. Bellingham. Totti. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Vitinha, and it's Messi. Ambitious ball here. That's a shade optimistic.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's on it, can he get away? And here's Rafael Leao. Bellingham. Guardiola producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Vitinha, the counter is on for Portugal. He's got away. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Koundé. Now he's off and running. Pass somewhat off target. Neymar. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. No way he was going to let him past. Can he latch on to this? Neymar gets flagged offside. We are into overtime. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Kuching City will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So all square at half-time. And the finish! Francesco Totti is a genius!
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be him, Peter. He's one of those players who has a natural knack of reading the tide of a game, and he knew it was his time to make his mark. Sensational. Rafael Leao really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on, and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they clear?
And he shoots! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish of true class! And this is getting better and better. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Well, played right into his path. He might be in here! Oh, a gilt-edged shot! Shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Bellingham. Now it's Olise. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And there's green grass ahead of him. So much time. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 9. Número 10. Messi.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Kuching City are having a ball here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Totti. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha. Dani Olmo.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And here's Rafael Leao. Tries a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Diaz receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Passing nice and neat. Vitinha. Neymar. Kimmich. And he's forced to go back. Koundé to Marquinhos. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Mendes. It's Kimmich. Totti. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, good spread. Dani Olmo. Oh, that's a fine interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's shot a goal! Dani Olmo. Totti. Now it's Totti. Looking for the run. Now it's Oh, he's all alone. Big chance! It's fallen kindly here. And no mistake. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 8.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Número 11.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Neymar. Vão dar o seu
Tacho
lugar.
kept his eye on it,
Número
and he's
17.
there.
Número 25. Número 22.
And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Totti, totally unstoppable today. Everything he